Across the country, prosecutors in Baltimore are admitting defeat, and police are bracing for trouble tonight. Today, the state dropped all the remaining charges against police officers for the death of an African-American man in police custody last year. Now, there are concerns about a repeat of the riots that occurred back then. Correspondent Garrett Tenney is in Baltimore tonight. Hello, Garrett.
Brett, good evening. There was no hiding the frustration of Baltimore State Attorney Marilyn Mosby this morning when she announced that her office was dropping all remaining charges against 3 officers in the death of Freddie Gray. You have to remember, her office has been working on this case for more than a year now, and 6 officers were charged in total. After 4 trials, prosecutors have failed to score even a single conviction. Critics have said all along that Mosby was too aggressive in the charges that she brought against the officers. And even Judge Barry Williams, who oversaw 3 of the trials, repeatedly told prosecutors they had failed to present much, if any, evidence showing the officers willfully and intentionally disregarded their training when they placed Freddie Gray in the back of a police van without a seatbelt. Despite that, and despite dropping all remaining charges today, this morning, Mosby said both she and her team still stand by their work and blamed individuals in the Baltimore Police Department for thwarting the investigation at every turn.
We do not believe that Freddie Gray killed himself. We stand by the medical examiner's determination that Freddie Gray's death was a homicide.
The comments made today about our officers by Ms. Mosby were outrageous and uncalled for and simply not true. The state's attorney simply could not accept the evidence that was presented. She had her own agenda.
Tonight, police in Baltimore are again on edge, wary of the kind of riots that we saw last year. Thus far, though, Brett, we can tell you there have been very little, if any, protest. Brett?
That's good news. We'll keep an eye on it. Garrett Tenney in Baltimore. Garrett, thank you. A new report indicates deaths in the line of duty of law enforcement officers are up 8% over last year. The National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund says 67 officers have been killed so far in 2016. There's been a 78% jump in officers shot and killed on the job, with 32 this year compared to 18 at this point in 2015. 14 deaths have been by ambush, an increase of some 300%.